Yo, what's up, guys? It's Raiden here. So today is going to be a little bit of a longer video. I kind of want to talk a little bit deeper about how I felt in my previous video, Lords of the Fallen. I said some things in there that I really feel strong about, but I do kind of owe it to you guys to go into a full explanation, because I don't want you guys thinking that I have like an issue with minorities, seeing how I am one. Or like anybody in the LGBT community, because if you want me to be honest, I truly believe that gaming companies and the vocal minority are the problem, not LGBTQ as a whole. Here's the video right here. For anybody that watched it, I highly suggest you go watch it. It's a W in the gaming industry. I said it before, I still believe that it is. But it's like the first video I would say I released where I kind of let my feelings be known. And I want to go into a little bit more detail about my stance, why I hold the stance, and why I feel that this stance is healthy for gaming moving forward. So in that video, I said that I feel like that the woke mob and DEI and stuff like that is hurting the gaming industry. So I believe that. And the reason why I believe that is because it's a vocal minority. Not everybody holds the opinion that these games need to be a political standpoint, or that they need to have a political standpoint or have some kind of message. Not everyone believes that. That includes minority like myself, and that includes anyone in the LGBTQ community. But the problem is gaming companies don't care about us. And this needs to be said. I've been saying this my entire life, that or at least the companies that don't. And we need to separate the two, because what happens is we get things like Assassin's Creed Shadows with a black samurai with Chinese hip hop music in the background. That has got to be some of the most backhanded, disrespectful shit I've seen in a long time. Like, I don't understand how people don't see those type of things. Like hip hop Chinese music and a black samurai, you know what I mean? Like, what kind of negative connotation are they trying to appease to us? You know what I mean? So when I made those comments, they're trying to appease a small vocal crowd. And the problem is they're alienating everyone else. And when I say everyone else, I mean gaming fans. And that's a blatant statement. It doesn't exclude only people that are white and aren't of color. No, black, Hispanic, white, Asian, gay, straight, trans, we're all gamers. And I hate that there's a separation. There should be no woke DEI. That shouldn't even exist. If you want me to be 100% honest with you, that term shouldn't even exist, right? I'm going to be honest, I don't know where it came from inherently. I would go as far as to say that there's a possibility that maybe, it had something to do with real life politics and trans being one and accepted in real life, right? That could have something to do with it. I don't want to speak on it simply because I don't fully understand how it infiltrated the gaming industry, but it did. And my thing is that there's an inherent issue that something like that presents, because if you start doing things to only appease a group of people without fully understanding what they want, you get shut me ups. And a shut me up is what I would call someone like, black characters with electricity powers, or white, blackwashed characters. So characters that are originally black or of another ethnicity, almost always white, getting just a skin replacement. Like, oh, no originality, nothing. Just make him black and throw him in the game so that they have representation, so that they'll shut up. And that's the problem I have with stuff like this in gaming politics in general. When it comes to gay, straight, all that. Like, we're gamers. We count. You understand? We don't just want to be pandered to. When I ask that I want to be in the game, I want the option to be in there. I don't want some random black samurai with some hip hop music and like, here, so you guys can be happy. Like, that's just so insulting. It's like, come on. We never asked for that. But because they don't care about us, they only care about our money, they didn't look into the issue or try to understand what we were really asking for, right? Like, I'm not blind. I know growing up that a lot of these gaming companies, they didn't hire minorities. There were no women. There were no people of color. I'm not blind. You could see it in the Game Informer magazines, in Wizard magazine. Shout out to the OGs who know what Wizard is. We weren't there. You wouldn't see black people, people of color, let alone gay or trans. That just was not a thing. So it's clear we were not a part of the industry, didn't get hired, were discriminated against. So I'm not some idiot who's blind that can't see that. I'm old enough to know what that looks like, what it used to look like. And I love to see us strive, right? But I want to use the term gamer, not gamers and then the woke mob. Because technically, I mean, not even technically, I'm black. So I'm a minority. I'm a part of that. So it would be disingenuous for me to sit here and act like those things don't apply to me. But I don't like that I'm being singled out. None of us should be singled out. Not every gay person that plays a video game is has some kind of agenda to bring the. He just might want to play games. Why does his sexual orientation have anything to do with him playing a video game? You understand what I'm trying to say? That it should be separate. Like, it shouldn't matter. It should not matter. Your orientation, your skin color, those things should not matter. You shouldn't be judged by those type of things. And that's the problem I have with gaming companies. When you add a gay character into a game, or you add a black character into the game, their entire identity is being black. Hence, you know, Yasuke having hip hop black music. Like, it's such a blatant disrespect, right? That would be like if they had some random Chinese character and then Oriental music from Chinatown started playing. You know, like, it's like the disconnect is crazy work. It's so disrespectful, and they don't even realize it. What makes it worse, if you want me to be honest. But that's the opinion that I hold, and I will always hold that opinion, because I remember a time where people just played games and they were gamers. They were always gay fans. They were always gay gamers, trans gamers, Hispanic, anybody of a minority. We have always been here. We've always existed. Why is it now that when we're in a game, it's a topic of discussion? Why is it when we're in a game now, it's considered woke? Simply placing a black character or a minority character in a game is now considered woke. And you know whose fault that is? Like I said in my Lords of the Fallen video, gaming companies and the vocal minority. They have ruined it for everybody because of their constant bickering and inability to understand the foundation of gaming and what it stands for and what it means, which is escapism. Now, just simply having a black character in a game is considered woke, whether or not the company is trying to push an agenda. And now it's harmful to us. Now look what's happening. Now we have Lords of the Fallen openly saying, yeah, fuck you guys. We're just going to make a good game. It should always be that way, but we should be included in that. No one should have to go against us to make a good game. That's why I made that Lords of the Fallen video. I've always wanted it need to have stayed that way. They tried to appease to a small group when most of us don't even care. We're not, I mean, like, black characters have always been in the game. They've been there. If anything, though, if you want to be honest, the only group that really should be upset is women. There weren't women protagonists like that. They were in the game, but you didn't always have options. But the rest of us, man, like, there were always black characters in games. In film, like, that's another video for another topic. I want to talk further on how I feel like we've always had representation, but now it's a problem. But that's a different video. I want to focus on gaming because this is what this topic is about. And I really feel like it's being blown out of proportion. And now it's backfiring on us or on the companies. And now they're using us like we did something wrong. Like, I've been gaming this whole time. I've had this same opinion the entire time. It's always been this way. But now all of a sudden, my mere existence or my want to have a black character in a game or the option is now woke. So now we look like the enemy. What if I release a game in the future, right? I'm going to school for game dev. What if I make a game and the character is black? Because he will be, probably, because I'm black and I'm living out my own fantasy, right? Some people are not going to buy it now. They're going to think, oh, he's woke. They're not going to think, oh, he made a good game. They're not going to think, oh, this game is cool. They're going to see a black character, and that's the first thing they're going to come to their mind. And I blame gaming companies for this. They did this to us. They screwed us over. Minorities and the LGBT community need to attack the gaming companies, not each other. Because the small, when you see a black person online, bitching and whining, you got to attack them. You have to educate them, not attack, maybe educate. and let them know that what they're doing is stupid and harmful. If you're of the LGBT community and you see someone else flailing and angry over that, you need to educate them, because what's happened now is that now it's blaming all of us. We're all under some umbrella blanket term called woke and DEI. Our mere existence in the gaming space or entertainment as a whole is woke or DEI. Because instead of making original black characters, we get slapped over existing characters as if we cannot exist on our own. And people don't like that, because it's like it's a hostile takeover. They've turned us against each other. Gaming companies that want to appease. And now we got, what's that new game that just came out? It had a really nice art. I gotta look at it. A really nice art direction. It was by Unreal Engine, and it had a stop motion type of art direction. It looks beautiful. I want to give it a chance. I want to play it. But because it's the main lead is a black woman, people look at it and say it's woke. Whose fault do you think that is? Whose fault? Who did that? Gaming companies. They perpetuated that. They saw a small market that was untapped. Ooh, it's a little bit of LGBTQ or black characters, black women, black men that feel unrepresented. Let's make some games that's only for them. And the game can be bad, but as long as they're in it, they'll like it. You know what I mean? It's that same it's back to the same thing of make another black character with electricity powers. Damn if he's an interesting character. Damn if he has great writing. Damn if he's relatable. Let's just make him in the hood, give him electricity powers, and they'll be happy that they have anything. It's more of a you should be happy you're even here type deal. And I hate that. Nothing pisses me off more than that mentality. And that's the mentality that the gaming companies make games with. It's more of a, well, here's anything. You should be happy we're even making games with you guys in it. Like, huh? Like we haven't been supporting you for years? You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, no wonder people are pissed off at Ubisoft. I get it. There's one side where it's bringing out all the racists, which I'll address that in another video later. Or the statute of limitations for that might have passed. But yeah, there's a lot of racist people when that game came out. I don't want to hear about. There's a unique situation where there are people just looking for opportunity to be flat out racist, bitching about Yasuke's historical accuracy. Nobody cares about that. You just don't want to see a black guy on the screen. But that's, again, I partially blame gaming companies for that, because they have pushed this narrative, and now we have what we have today. And Lords of the Fallen releasing a video talking about, yeah, fuck DEI, because for some reason a black person can only get in the game industry because he's black. I want to get in there on my merit alone. I want to get in there just like everybody else because I'm a good game designer, or I'm a good programmer, or I'm a good artist, right? We should not be trying to force inclusivity into these games on the merit of our skin color or our sexual identity. I don't want it. Why would you even want to be there because of that? Why? That's like a hostile takeover. You're engaging in hostile manner. Why would you want to be there based on that? Why would you want a gay character in the game because you bitched and whined about it and it was forced? What did you think was going to happen? This was always going to happen. They were going to give us inclusivity for a small amount of time because enough people online kept bitching about it, right? And now they see that that small minority doesn't really buy their games, or is not enough of them for it to matter, because most black people are not like that. Most LGBTQ are not like that. They just want to be gamers. But because the small group of them do, you have entire games built around that. It's not enough of them. It's insulting to the real gamers like me and other people of the LGBT community. It's insulting them. They don't buy it, and then they lose money. And guess who gets blamed? Oh, you black people are just bitching and whining how the game fails. Oh, you women, or you this or that. And now we all get blamed for what 50 people may have held. An opinion that 50 people might have held on Twitter is being used to justify eradication of all of us. And this is the problem I have with the gaming community. That's why I made that video, and I will stand on what I said. The vocal minority and gaming companies that want to pander. Not all black people, not all LGBTQ. The majority of us, I promise you, don't care. Talk to gay people. Talk to them. Ask questions. I promise you their entire identity is not, I want to be in the game. No, I want to play a good game that has an option to put me in there or for me to escape, because that's what game is. Gaming is about an escape. It's a fantasy. You're living out a power fantasy in some way. shape, form, or fashion. That's what this is all about. So I don't want to come in there and have my entire gaming experience justified by a couple of randoms on Twitter. You know what I mean? It's like, we ask for the basic things. Put some black options in there, but not stereotypes. Just put them in there. You don't need to have hood music. You don't have to go through the hood struggle. You don't have to have a gay character who is you don't have to have a gay character in a game where his entire identity is simply about being gay. He can't have an interesting backstory. He can't have cool character development. He just has to be the token gay. Come on. No one's going to play that. Nobody wants that. That's insulting. So that's pretty much what I meant with my other video. That's the point. And I will hold this opinion because I'm very passionate about this. And you gaming companies and this small vocal minority have ruined it for everybody. And it's going back to form to where now we won't be in it at all. Now I see a future where black characters won't be in games now. And it sucks because it's just going to get written off as woke. It's going to hurt sales and affect gamers as a whole. So that's kind of how I feel on this. A little bit of a rant. I wanted to be more concise, but you know, I got a little ranty and I apologize for that. But I truly feel strongly about this, this dynamic. And I want you guys to let me know what you think down in the comments. You know, tell me how you feel and if you feel strongly about this. But yeah, right and out.